Hello, welcome to episode 4 of the FrannyDoMakes podcast stroke YouTube channel. This is my little corner where I talk about my projects that I have been knitting, crocheting, sewing, crafting, whatever. Just basically what I'm pottering about doing at home and sharing on this channel. So welcome back if you are one of our subscribers. Amazing, there's so many of you now. Well, to me anyway, so thank you for clicking that little button, and if you're new, welcome to the first one if you're watching it for the first time. So I will start. Today is the 15th of March. It is a Tuesday. It's a lovely sunny day again today. I have my makeshift blind up so that we're not all blinded by the light. I have a cup of Lift Me Up Angel by Bird and Blend. It's it's like one of those energy ones, like a green tea kind of thing. I'm a bit tired today, I didn't sleep very well, so here we go, we're having some rejuvenation. So yeah, as I said, thank you for everyone who subscribed, because it's brilliant. I'm really shocked and surprised and happy that you're all coming back to watch. It's really nice. So we'll get started with what we usually do, which is what's on the wall. So today on the wall I have my XY scarf, which is I think it's a free pattern. It's by Joanna Lindahl. It's a crochet pattern. It's a really simple one stitch pretty much crochet pattern. I used a Shapier's Whirl in the colour Pistachio So Nice. This had been a different project that I frogged because I didn't wear it. I'd made like a big mandala cardigan vest thing, and it was lovely, just it was too fussy for me, so I just wasn't wearing it. Whereas this, I wear it all the time, and it's so simple and it's just really nice to wear, really wearable. And it took a while to go because you start at the small end and you come to the big end, so by the end you've got a lot of stitches to do. But yeah, it's if you just want an easy, quick, while you're watching telly kind of project that'll keep you busy for a while, then I would definitely recommend it. It's lovely. Okay, so this week I have some finished objects, some works in progress, some stash enhancements, and it was my birthday on Saturday, so I have a few birthday gifts that you might be interested in, so I'll share those. It's not everything that I got because a lot of it is not related to anything that we talk about on here, but anything that is, I'm going to talk about. So I have two finished objects. The first one is my sockhead slouch hat. Now I finished that last week, and my friend whose birthday it was has the same birthday as me, so on Saturday, so it was already finished, boxed up and posted earlier on. So I have pre-recorded the finished object information for you, which I'll now insert here. Hello, I'm just popping on just to show you this finished object that is going to get sent off in the post for a friend's birthday. So it is the Sockhead Slouch by Kelly McClure that I made in some Lockwood fibres, 4-ply merino and nylon. This is the colourway Jewel C. You've seen it before on previous episodes. I used about 50 grams of the ball, maybe 51, just over. For the adult medium I used a 3mm needle, and this is the finished object, and I can put it on, but it's not for me. It looks awful on me, but there you go. So it's a slouchy hat. It's too big for me, so why bother? But yeah, that's the Sockhead Slouch hat by Kelly McClure. It was a really quick knit actually, I really enjoyed it. Just the ribbing and then knitting stuck in it until the decreases. I used my chow goo, 3mm with the smallest, I think it's a 16" maybe. It's the smallest cord in the set that you get. So I used that until I got to maybe about the 3rd increase, and then I changed to these Knit Pro. Are they called Knit Pro? Knit Pro Zing double pointed needles, which I don't really like doing, but I don't think there's too much change in the tension, so I think it went alright. My gauge was a little bit off, but mainly in row gauge rather than in stitch gauge. So I had 31 stitches and the gauge in the pattern is 32 stitches, but mine was 41 rows, and I think in pattern it was a lot less anyway. So but I just did it to however long I wanted. So maybe if I did it again, I'd maybe try it on a smaller needle if I was making one for myself. But yeah, so it only took half a ball. I didn't do the full length of the pattern. I think it's a free pattern if I'm not mistaken. I did measure it, hang on. There we go. It's not inches. Looks like I've done about 24 centimetres before I started decreasing. I did a long tail cast on, like I said, 50 grams, which is 221 metres of the yarn. Still got half a ball left, so maybe that can go to a pair of socks. But yeah, that will be now packaged up. I'm going to pack that up and get that posted for my friend's birthday on Saturday. See you later. Okay, so that was my sockhead slouch hat. I don't know if I said, but I really enjoyed doing it, and I will probably make another one for either myself or for someone else, because it was a really nice, quick, a good gift knit for sure. And he really liked it, and he did send a picture of himself wearing it, so that's good. Okay, now let's have a drum roll, because my second finished object is the giant annoying cardigan! Woo! I feel like I need to put some sound effects on, so maybe I will. So this is, oh goodness, what's it called? Hang on, I'll find it on my project page. Other than French, it is number 1, veste à tossades, I don't know. M2361, apparently. It's by Berger de France. The yarn is also from Berger de France. It is the recommended yarn for the pattern. It's their philo mesh, and it is in the colour Canard, which is coming off quite nice on the screen. There you go. So it is a chunky weight yarn. It's cabled, but it's mainly just 2x2 rib with cables included. I've already spoken about the yarn, how I didn't like it, how it was horrible, how it broke, how it splits, how it feels awful. But there you go. So I spoke about it in length in a couple of episodes ago, I think, so if you want to know more about this horrible yarn, then go back a couple of episodes and listen to me grumble about it. I knit it on size 6 and 7mm needles. I used my Knit Pro Trends. They're my original set of needles that I had. I can show you them. They're the ones that they're like acrylic, I think they are, and they're all different colours, the different ones. So they're nice and lightweight. They're a good entry level interchangeable set, but some of them the plastic kind of comes off the connection, so I'm glad I upgraded to my Chow Girls because I like them much better. I don't know why I didn't use them for this. I don't know why I didn't use my chow goose for this, but there you go. Maybe I didn't have a 7 or a something. Anyway, so yeah, I used, how much did I use? 11? It said, I think it was 14, the pattern said 14 of the 14 balls of the wool, I think. But I didn't use all that it said, and it's plenty big enough. I made the size small. It did grow when it was blocking, I think, just under the weight of itself, because my tension square was spot on, but it's longer than I think it should be. The arms are much longer than they should be, so they have to be folded up. I didn't follow the pattern as written for the neckband and the button bands. The pattern says to knit them separately and then graft the working edge to the other edge of what you've got already. But that seemed like too much of an effort, to be honest. So I just picked up and knit the same amount of stitches from the edge, which I don't think it matters at all. The buttons are from, did I write it on here? No, I can't remember. I'll put it on here, and I'll put it in the show notes. I've put the show notes now on the website, which I haven't mentioned, have I? I'll say it in a minute. So they're all on the website along with the free downloads as well. So there's a crochet pattern that I did a while ago, just a granny square, and the project card is there for downloading as well. But the button, I think they were vintage, I can't remember what they were called, anyway, but they're like vintagey wooden buttons and they look really nice. So yeah, the only thing I don't like about it, apart from the fact that I hated the wool, the shoulder is a bit puckery where I've sewn it together, but when you bound it off, it did make kind of a square finish, whereas the curve on the shoulder is a curve, so it was quite hard to sew it together, especially when the yarn was splitting all the time. So, but it's done, and Mr. B really likes it. He's worn it pretty much non-stop. I'm not looking forward to having to wash it. But it's done, so that's Mr. B's birthday. Not birthday, because it was for Christmas. But I finished it just in time for my birthday. So there you go. So yeah, it's done. It's off the needles. We can get rid of it now. So yeah. C'est la vie. So yeah, find me on Instagram, FrannyDoMakes, and also on Ravelry, FrannyDoMakes. I have a Facebook page as well, but it's the same as my Instagram, so you're not getting anything extra if you don't go on there, so don't worry. But that's FrannyDo page, I think. And then my website where the show notes are. I'll see if I can be bothered to write it down below as well, but I probably will. But more detailed notes and of the finished objects and things are all be on the website now under on the show notes. So they're just as a blog post. And like I said, there's the free downloads available there if you want any of those. And that is frannydo.co.uk. So they are my two finished objects, which, to be honest, that was such a big one. I'm so glad that it's out of the way. So in works in progress, I have 3 and a swatch. So what shall I start with? Right, I had started the crown wools using my advent calendar from Castleview Yarns. I'd knitted up the first section. I was a bit worried because I didn't think I had enough. Basically it's in 12 sections, and I didn't think I had enough of each colour to just do one section in one colour, so to only use 12 of the minis. But I kind of didn't want to do it in 2 colours, the section. But anyway, I knitted up one of the first section, and it's quite a textured pattern, and the yarn is quite variegated, and you just couldn't see the texture of the pattern in it, so I took a picture, so I'll put that in here. So I basically frogged that and started a different project. So I am now doing the Adventuresome wrap. Amber O'Brien, I think it is. I think it's Amber O'Brien. Let me just check the library because I've just put it in. Adventuresome wrap, yeah, Amber O'Brien. So to do that I needed to get like a contrast colour to go in between. So I got this lovely grey from Somerset Yarns of Etsy. So just a solid grey, just a nice tone. And I have started the first section. I'm using the colours in order, so this is colour 1, which is called Palm Fronds. So this is the first section. So you do like slip stitches, so you'll have like a bit of the contrast colour in between the grey, and then it's got like a hole and some pattern, and then you do some increases and some decreases to make this sort of scalloped shape, which doesn't look like much at the moment because I've only done the one. But I think this will be a better option. I think Jen, the dyer, made her own version of this using the yarns. So that's colour 1. I only used half of the colour because it was a 20 gram. I've only used like 10 grams of it, so I'll have plenty left over to just bob in the stash for heels and toes and things. So next colour, I've had to label them all up. This is the next colour, number 2, which is called Curly Chameleon Tail. So there you go, so that'll be number 2. I'm not going to rush to do this. It took me a couple of hours, I think, to do that one section while I was watching Crufts on the last bit of Crufts. So that's living in this big bag, which is an Emma Ball bag with little penguins on with jumpers. That's my biggest bag, although I do have a new one, a new big bag, but I'm saving that for my next project. So that is my advent calendar project using my Castleview Yarns Advent from 2021, the Adventuresome wrap. So apologies that I'm not now doing the crown bowls. I do really like that pattern, it's just not right for that yarn. But this pattern does have a really handy like sort of cheat sheet thing, so you can keep a hang of your progress. I won't show it because obviously you have to pay for the pattern, but oh, the cardigan is a free pattern, so you could make it in a nicer yarn. Basically it's a chunky weight. It should have been quite a fast knit, but I just didn't like the yarn. So what's my next work in progress? Okay, so I had another bit of frogging last night. I had been doing the slip stitch line socks using my October colour from Lockwood Fibres, and I'd got all the way up to the heel. I'd turned the heel and then realised that I'd dropped 2 stitches on the heel, and I just couldn't be bothered to take it back, so I just frogged it, and now I'm just doing a vanilla, as I think it works better for this colourway anyway. So it's just a vanilla. I did a Turkish cast on, increases by doing a yarn over and going through the back loop. I'm only doing a 60 stitch vanilla. Yeah, and I've got my little Russian Matryoshka little doll. She was from a Lucky Dip, I think, from what Mustard made, but she doesn't do the stitch markers anymore, but her sister does them for instead, and she's called Charms and Trinkets. But I've not seen that particular one on the shop, but she's got some lovely stuff in there. And that's living in my Beaker sock bag from Amelia X Joy. I took an optional extra to put this strap on it. It always has, I think it always has this ring or this tab, and then you can add this this, it's like you can open it and shut it, this ring, and it's just got another little progress key, but it's quite a big one, so it's more of a charm on the bag. So that's my second work in progress. My third is another pair of socks, which is my part of the Spring Equisocks knit along, which is being hosted by Cherie of Ollie and Bella and Heartmore podcast as well. Sharon, she's called Sharon, I think she is. Yeah, so basically it's just knit a pair of socks in March, which I would probably be doing anyway, but they had a pattern specifically for the knit along, which was the Bloom and Grow socks by Becky Norman. So I have done 2.5 repeats of the pattern. I just need to finish this last repeat and then I can turn the heel. I am using some, it's a one-of-a-kind colourway from Hedgerow Yarns, and it's the colourway Pink Fizz. It was a one-of-a-kind, but it's really nice, soft little speckles. I have made a little bit of a boo-boo, like, I don't know if you can see it here, those ones. I did the wrong decrease. I did a slip-slip knit instead of a knit two together, but I'm not taking it back, I don't think you can tell. So that's that, and they are using my 2.5 chow goes. I'm using my 2.25s for my other socks. And that's living in my little Kakeshi doll bag from Fearless Yarn. Oh, it's on the wrong side, Fearless Yarn. I got for Christmas. Okay. I have also done my swatch using my Drops Air. I've not got a ball of it here. I showed you it last week. So it's an Aran weight blown alpaca. So there's my swatch. It's really nice, light texture. I am a stitch over on gauge. I'm always over on row gauge. So I'm four rows over. I can't fix that, but I might go down a needle size. I mean, I do like the fabric. I'm only one stitch over, but it's probably gonna drop quite a bit. But this was in knit flat rather than in the round, so it might be different anyway. But yeah, I might go down a needle size. But I'm happy with the fabric that it's made, and I'm looking forward to making that I was making the college days slip-over pattern, like a tank top, in the fluffy yarn. It's very soft. I don't know if I could cope with it being next to skin. I think it's still a bit itchy for me. But there you go. So that's everything that's on the needles at the moment. So I will move on to acquisitions or enhancements to the stash. I think I haven't got anything else. No, yes, that's right. I've not done any of my embroidery or any of my cross stitch or anything. So I received a this was the stripy self-stripe club for February from Bumbling Yarns, which is Laura, the Lonely Knitter podcast. This is an Encanto inspired colourway. So all the colours that she's doing for her stripy sock club are Disney inspired. So this one is called What About Mirabelle. It's really pretty. So I have seen a pattern which is for self-striping socks. I think I've seen it on Instagram. I don't think it's been released yet. I think it's by Lofty Loops. It looks like it's just slip stitches. So I might see if I can figure it out for myself and have a go. I'll see if I can do something like it. So yeah, these might be, when I've done my one pair of my other socks, I'll probably cast this on. But isn't it nice? So that's the 2022 Self-Striping Club February What About Mirabelle, a 70 gram sock set. It's fingering weight, 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. It comes with that lovely green mini. So I think that's going to be really nice. She also has like a mystery sock club, I think, as well. Is that inspired by TV shows? I think it's TV shows. So that's that. The other bit of yarny goodness that I bought, it's not that exciting. I went to the local garden centre and they have a little craft section, and I'd seen, I think it was Cherie, Ollie and Bella, she had put on Instagram her Felix pullover that she made out of one of those giant balls of the women of the Aldi yarn that you get in the middle of the Aldi shops, and I saw this ball of Wendy wool, Wendy with Aran with wool. It's like a little, got some tweedy neps in it. Oh, with wool, tweed Aran by Wendy. So Cherie had made hers out of a 400 skein, so I thought, it was only £14. So I thought I would have a go at making a Felix at some point. It can be one of those long-standing whips. I'm not in a rush for it. You know, like a pop-over jumper, because I think it might be a little bit itchy. But we're good to put over t-shirts and stuff. Yeah, so a little bit cropped, maybe a bit wider. So that's plans for that. I don't think it has a colour, no. Shade 5703. Like I say, I got it from our local garden centre. So that's that. Okay. So I will move on to my birthday gifts. So I was very spoilt by my family and the in-laws and everything. So my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law and father-in-law and other sister-in-law, they all plucked together and got me a necklace, which is a nice little bee, and the mini set of chow goos. So this is the sock needles. I mean, I don't necessarily need more sock needles, but it means I'll have 2 of each of the 2.25 and the 2.5, but these are interchangeable ones. So that's that. So I've got the full set of those now. I also got from Mr. B. I don't have my bag. Oh. So this is in, is it berry? I don't know. Can you see? Oh, it's gorgeous. It's one of the number 3s. So it has the lovely strap, the roll down top. It's got like the popper. It's stiff. And it rolls down and you've got the pockets inside. I've been after one of those for ages, but they're definitely a treat, aren't they? But I think I will save that and use it for my Le Pouf cardigan, which I hope to start in April. So yeah, Hide and Hammer. Number 3. Classic, beautiful, gorgeous colour. Lovely nice big bag. She also got me this little cute little thing, which is a little pin cushion made out of a spool. What's she got? FrannyDo put on it. Isn't it cute? It's got a little bee. Oh. That's from Stitch Galore. That's what it says on the bottom. Can you see that? Stitch Galore. There you go. It comes in a little bag. That's beautiful, so I'll be using that as well. And she also got me, I mean, this is beautiful. This is a little bag from the Crimson Rabbit on Etsy. Crimson Rabbit. I mean, look at the little paper clip. It's a rabbit. There you go. So I think she makes them to order, these bags. But isn't it beautiful? Look at that colour. So it's a drawstring bag. This is a nice, it's quite a heavyweight cotton actually. It's got some wadding in it, so it's nice and firm. It's got this beautiful like green corduroy. So soft and lovely. And it has a little tab on the inside that you could attach things to. So there you go, little mushrooms and rabbits. Pretty. So yeah, that's the Crimson. You see that? The Crimson Rabbit. So I will link all these shops on the show notes. I try my best to link to a non-Ravelry page if I can, and because I know some people have issues with the accessibility on the website. And like I say, I'll put on the show notes whatever detail I would normally put on my Ravelry in regards to the finished objects, except I'm not putting pictures on there, but you can see them, and they're on my Instagram anyway if you need to see them. So yeah, that's it. Don't think I've bought any other patterns or seen anything new that I fancy. No. So plans going forward for the next 2 weeks, I would like to get, well, I'll need to get those Bloom and Grow socks finished, because it'll be near the end of the month, won't it? So yeah, I want to finish those. I'm going to plod on with my wrap, and I might cast on the vest, the tank top, slip over, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's been my 2 weeks really. I had a lovely, I'll give you a bit of life news. I had a lovely weekend for my birthday. My sister did me a little sort of surprise party on the Friday night, so I had some friends over and some of the ladies in the family, and we had some drinks and some food. It was lovely, nice evening. And then I had a kind of relaxed day having my presents and stuff on the Saturday morning, and then we went out for a nice gastropub meal at a pub called the Queen of Toad Thatch that is nearby, which was lovely food, lovely food. And then on the Sunday, me and Mr B and little Minnie, we went to York for the day. We went to Betty's Tea Room, which is rather an institution in Yorkshire, and had an afternoon tea and bought some Fat Rascals. We did lots of walking. We walked the walls, the city walls, and we did, I'd never noticed that this exists. I've been to York a lot because we live quite nearby, but there is a walk where you can spot these cat statues that are attached to the buildings around the city. So apparently they were put up, you know, in days gone by to prevent or to put off rats and mice. So yeah, we've wandered around and we're spotting the cats, which I've never noticed before, but now I will know where they all are. So yeah, really lovely weekend, and more celebrations to come with my girlfriends and bits and bobs. I also put myself forward to do a skydive. It's always been on my bucket list to do, and as I'd turned 40 I thought what better time to do it. I am doing it for a local hospice charity called St James Hospice. My mum passed away from cancer 3 years ago, and was looked after in St James for the last week of her life, and they were amazing, and it's an amazing place. They're so kind and thoughtful and caring for the person who's ill and also for the family, very supportive, and made everything as easy as it could be for us. And it's a charity run hospice. It's all based on donations. So if you don't mind, I will put a link to my Just Giving page below, and if you feel so inclined you can pop a couple of pound in towards a great charity. Yeah, I'll pop a picture of my mum up as well, because she was lovely. Okay, so that is everything. I don't think I've got anything else to say really. But yeah, thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my ramblings, and I'm sure you'll be glad to see that cardigan off the needles and not to be seen again. I know I am. So yeah, I will see you in another couple of weeks with some more finished things hopefully, and maybe some new cast-ons, and I expect some new acquisitions probably. I mean, you know, it's likely to happen, isn't it? Okay, well, stay safe, keep well, look after yourselves. Tell me what you're working on. Tell me if you've got any festering whips. I'm thinking of as well of doing a giveaway maybe when we get to, I don't know, 500 subscribers maybe. I mean, it seems to be going fairly quickly. I was only just asking for to saying we were getting to 100 and we're already nearly at 2. So yeah, maybe for 500 subscribers and we'll do a bit of a giveaway. So let me know what kind of things you would like from that, and I'll see what I can source. I was thinking I might get some of the project cards printed and give those away, and I've got one of the little books that I keep them all in, so you've got like a little project book to keep. But yeah, let me know down below what you're working on, how you are, any news, and what you'd like as a giveaway. Alright, cool, lovely. Well, like I said, stay safe, take care, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. And thanks for joining me again. Take care, bye bye.